You how to do a quadratic regression on your GDC. So we've already taken these 3 points here and found a quadratic equation by solving simultaneous equations. Next we're going to go ahead and find a quadratic regression on our graphing calculator. So before we get started here, we want to make sure our diagnostic is on. So we go to second catalog and we want to scroll down until we get to diagnostic on here. Takes just a minute to find it. There it is. So diagnostic on, and we press enter and enter again. And now we can go ahead and enter these 3 points into our list. So go to stat. We're going to edit our list, so we just press 1 or enter. In L1, we're going to make these all the x values. So I'll put in -4, 0, and 1. And then we'll go over to our list 2 here, and we'll put in our y values, -3, -2, and 7. And next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and calculate it. So we go to stat, over to calculate, and let's find our quadratic regression. So number 5. X list, yes, we had all our x variables in L1, y list, L2. And then another cool thing that the graphing calculator does is it can store this into your y variables here. So it says store regression equation. Where do you want to store it? So we can store it into our variables. Go scroll over to y variables, our function, and let's do y1 here. So enter, and then we can scroll down and calculate it. And there we go. We'll go ahead and move that over here. And that just tells us, plain and simple, our equation is going to be y equals 1.75 x squared. Yeah, this is moving a little bit slower than I am. X squared plus 7.25 x minus 2. And we just want to look to see that our r squared value here is 1, which represents 100%, and it means that this is 100% accurate here. And if we look back at our graphing calculator, we can hit graph, and our quadratic equation is stored here. If we wanted to find out what our vertex is, we could go to second calc up here, and we could find our minimum point, 3. Our left bound, I'm going to say, well, I don't know, -5. Enter. Right bound, I'm going to say 0. And I'm going to guess it to be -2.5. And tells us our vertex is right here. There's our vertex here, minimum value, -2.07. If we round to 3 significant figures, -9.51. And then say we wanted to calculate our x-intercepts. We can go to second calc. And we can find our zeros, or otherwise known as x-intercepts. So again, we have to pick our left bound here. I'll do this one here. I'll just do 1 for you. So -1 is 1 left bound, and right bound here being 1. And I'll make my, oops. Let's go back to my graph and see what I did wrong here. We will do our 0, 2. So calculate left bound. Again, we'll try -1. Our right bound, we will do 1. And I'll do a guess at 0. No, I know it's not that. And there is 1 intercept. And then, of course, to do the other x-intercept, we would just pick a left bound here and a right bound here, and then that would help us find our zeros. Okay, that's it for now.